Okay, we're back for part 2, letter B. The amount A you fill a tub varies directly with the amount of time T you fill it. Suppose you fill 25 gallons in 5 minutes. Let's pause for 1 minute, please, and then just check that out. A varies directly with time T. A varies directly with time T. So that means it's going to be some variable K, their constant of variation, times the time T. Okay, suppose you fill 25 gallons. So 25 gallons, is that A or is that T? That's your A. In 5 minutes. That sounds like your T. Sorry, guys. What is an equation that relates A and T? Okay, so remember what we did on the last video, how we had to write the direct variation for y equals kx. Now we want A equals kt, and we still need to find the k. So we're given some information. The 25 gallons, that's your A, 25, equals k, we don't know, times t. Well, how much time did it take to fill that 25 gallons? 5 minutes. Funny, I just got a tank and it took me more than 5 minutes to fill it, and it was only 10 gallons, but it's fine. Divide by 5, divide by 5. So I'm finding that the constant of variation is 5. So every gallon will take probably a certain amount of minutes. So A equals 5, this is K, 5 times T, time. The amount of time the amount A equals K times T. Sorry, had a brain fart. Okay, so I think we can set this up. K equals 5, A equals 5 times T. So I'm going to have, this will be my T, and this will be my K. So I've got my equation. The amount equals 5 times the time. What is the graph of this equation? Well, let's graph it and see. So let's think about that for 1 minute and decide, like, okay, is this what should I go by? Well, I typically will make this constant variation, if it's a whole number, my scale. So I'm going to go 5. Oh! The struggle, guys. Let's pause. Times T. I don't know. That was weird. Okay, so I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, bummer, 20. Okay, this is weird. Remember, this was A equals 5 times T. So for 1 minute, it takes 5 minutes. I'm sorry, 5 gallons. For 2 minutes, 3, 4, and 5. For 2 minutes, it's 2 times 5, which will be 10. For 3 minutes, it's 15. And for 4 minutes, and then for 5 minutes, it's 25. So that's that, got rid of those lines. And then what you need to do is connect these dots, because you can have half a minute, and you can have like a minute and a half. You can have the points between. So there's my line. I know it's not as good as the other ones. I did try my bestest. And then I'll put some arrows on that. So that's that. Looks good to me. Next thing, beautiful people, I want us to do is scroll on down to number 5. For the data in each table, tell whether y varies directly with x. Does y equal kx? Now, on the last one, I was telling you that k is equal to y over x. Well, let's see. If I want to get k by itself, I'll divide by x and divide by x, and I'll find that y over x is equal to k. This k, remember, represents the constant of variation. The constant of variation. So if it's constantly the same number when I divide, for example, 2.5 divided by 2, I need to get the same number that I would get if I divided 8.75 by negative 7. Y over x. And that needs to be the same number that I would get if I were to divide negative 6.5, see, this is the y, over the x, 5. Then you use your calculator, because I don't know what this is in my head. And negative 2.5 divided by 2 is negative 1.25. 8.75 divided by negative 7 is negative 1.25. Negative 6.5 divided by 5 is negative 1.25. Is it constant? Yeah, it's constantly negative 1.25. So that means, yes, it is a direct variation equation. And remember, y equals kx, y equals k, your constant. What is this constantly being? Negative 1.25 times x. That is your direct variation equation. Remember, y over x has to be some constant number. Constant, constant, constant. What is it? Constantly negative 1.25. Okay, let's check it out for part B and see if it works. So remember, k equals y over x. I don't know why that's doing that. So what's the y for this one? 10.8. What's the x for this one? 9. 10.8 divided by 9 is 1.2. What's the y for the next one? 14.4. What's the x for that? 12. When I divide them, I get 1.2. So far, it's looking good, but I'm also going to check that last one. And I have 3.6 divided by negative 3. That is 1.2, but a positive divided by a negative is a negative number. So this is 1.2, 1.2, negative 1.2. Is it constant? No, because all of these are positive and this is negative. You can't just switch it up at the last minute. So I'm going to say nope, not a direct variation equation for this data. All right, thank you so much. Appreciate you.